Panoorin po natin yung banat ni Pierre Poilievre kay Justin Trudeau ngayon na broken daw na immigration system ng Canada for 9 years, mga kababayan. Yun po ang sabi ni Pierre Poilievre.
That promise, like everything else, is broken after 9 years of Trudeau and the NDP Liberals. Most of all, he broke our immigration system. Today's immigration flip-flop is a massive admission of failure by Justin Trudeau, an admission that he's not worth the cost or the corruption, with his own MPs working to throw him out.
Kamusta mga kababayan? Salamat sa Diyos. Meron na naman po tayong isang mabuting pagkakataon na magkita-kitang muli, at ang dalangin ko pong parati sa Diyos, sana kayo ay lagi nasa mabuting kalagayan. 8 o'clock in the morning at papunta ako sa church ngayon. Kaya naisipan ko na mag-update tayo mga kababayan. Immigration sa Canada. Wala nga bang political agenda behind this? Wala bang political color ang mga changes, mga pagbabago sa immigration ng Canada? Pero ito, mga kababayan, ang banat ni Pierre Poilievre, yung kalaban or opposition ng government ngayon, binanatan din niya yung immigration, at yan nga ang kanyang kampanya ngayon, na kung sakali daw na siya ay ma-elect as Prime Minister, aayusin daw niya or i-restore niya ang broken immigration ng Canada. So, kung wala talagang halong politika mga pagbabagong ito, bakit naman ganun din ang banat ng opposition? So, yun po kasing si Mark Miller, Minister of Immigration ng Canada under Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, para lang po alam ninyo, konting background lang, sila po ay Liberal Party. At ito naman pong si Pierre Poilievre ay Conservative Party. Talagang head to head ang labanan ng dalawang ito. At nga pala, may nabasa akong comment. Tatawa nga lang ako eh. Kasi ang nakalagay dun sa comment, sabi niya, kung gusto ko daw ng pagbabago dito sa Canada about sa immigration, tumakbo daw akong Prime Minister. Alam niyo mga kababayan, kung gusto niyo ng pagbabago, hindi niyo po kailangan na tumakbo. May ibang paraan po para makamtan niyo yung pagbabago, the future of immigration, the future of any governance. Whether nandito po kayo sa Canada, whether nandyan po kayo sa Pilipinas, saan mang bansa kayo naroroon, meron po kayong magagawa in your own small way para i-change ang course of history. Papaano po? Sa katulad namin na mga botante dito sa Canada, magagamit po namin yung rights namin para iboto namin yung aming rightful leader. At kahit naman po sabihin natin na hindi tayo citizen dito, mga kababayan, tayo ay on a temporary status lang, tayo ay international student, ano man ang inyong kalagayan sa buhay, hindi nyo po kailangan na maging Prime Minister para lang baguhin. Kasi, bakit ko nasabi na kahit temporary status kayo, may magagawa kayo, dahil may influence po kayo eh. Yung mga temporary foreign worker, hindi po ba may mga katrabaho yan na maaaring citizen dito sa Canada na maaaring bumoto? Eh di may influence po nila yon tungkol sa mga halimbawa nangyayari dito sa Canada. Yung mga international students, may mga kaklase din po yan na maaaring citizen dito sa Canada. Alam niyo po kasi, ang isang tao, meron niyang at least 100 network. Tingnan nyo lang po yung mga Facebook friends nyo di ba mga kababayan? Ilan po ang kaibigan nyo sa Facebook? Kung meron kayong mga kaibigan na maaaring citizen dito sa Canada, o maaari po silang bumoto. Kaya, illogical na sabihin mo na para lang magkaroon ng pagbabago sa isang bansa, kailangan ikaw yung mismong tumakbo ng pagkapangulo. Hindi po kailangan mga kababayan. Gamitin natin yung karapatan natin. Gamitin natin yung influence natin to change the course of history. May magagawa kayo mga kababayan. So, in any case, wag na po natin patagalin. Panoorin po natin yung banat ni Pierre Poilievre sa kay Justin Trudeau ngayon na broken daw na immigration system ng Canada for 9 years, mga kababayan. Yun po ang sabi ni Pierre Poilievre. Pakinggan nyo po ito.
Canada made me a promise. It makes all of us a promise, whether we're born here or arrive as immigrants. If you work hard, you get a good life. That anyone from anywhere can do anything. That hard work gets a powerful paycheck that buys affordable food and homes in safe neighborhoods. And that promise, like everything else, is broken after 9 years of Trudeau and the NDP Liberals. Most of all, he broke our immigration system. Today's immigration flip-flop is a massive admission of failure by Justin Trudeau, an admission that he's not worth the cost or the corruption, with his own MPs working to throw him out. And less than a year from the carbon tax election, Trudeau has suddenly admitted that radical, uncontrolled immigration and policies related to it are partly to blame for joblessness, housing, and healthcare crises. In fact, let's remember, after 9 years of Trudeau, we have 1 in 10 Torontonians lined up at food banks. We have 1,400 homeless encampments across the province of Ontario. 2 million Canadians have to go to a food bank every month. Scurvy is making a comeback. We have the worst economy in the G7. Everything is broken. And his immigration minister admits that that immigration is out of control after 9 years of Liberal policies. They increased population growth by 200% over the last several years alone. And Trudeau called anyone who disagreed with these radical policies racist. Now he's the one cutting immigration to pull back on the disastrous mistakes that he made. But worst, he destroyed the best immigration system in the world. A system that had a common sense consensus of conservatives and liberals for 150 years. Immigration was not even controversial before Trudeau came along. How did he do it? He left Roxham Road open for a year after President Biden offered to close it. He removed the visa requirement for Mexico, which caused an explosion of false and fraudulent refugee claims. And he allowed rampant fraud and abuse in the international student program, which has seen as many as 26 kids living in one Brampton basement and countless losing their lives to drugs, gangs, and other chaos on our streets, sent back in body bags to countries like India. He allowed ISIS terrorists into Canada, who then went on to try and attack Jews and other Canadian citizens. He's presided over a 251% increase in police-reported hate crimes. None of these decisions, by the way, were designed to bring workers to help with the COVID labor shortage, because none of those programs are labor programs. Roxham Road is not a labor program. Refugee claimants are not part of a labor program. International students are not supposed to be for labor, but for study. So this excuse is total nonsense. Trudeau's last-minute pre-election reversal cannot be believed. He can't fix the immigration system that he broke. And he now says he's going to cap immigration. Well, what else has he said he's going to cap? He said 6 months ago he was going to cap the number of temporary residents in this country to 5% of our population. Since that time, it's gone up to 7.3%. He said he'd cap the carbon tax at 11 cents a liter. Now it's 17 cents, and he plans to quadruple it to 61 cents. He said he'd cap this year's deficit at $40 billion. It's already $47 billion just 6 months later. You can't believe anything he says, especially when he's claiming that he will fix what he broke. Common sense conservatives will fix what Trudeau and the NDP Liberals broke. We will restore the best immigration system in the world. We will stop the illegal arrival of false refugee claimants by securing our borders, our ports, and our airports. We will end the abuse in the temporary foreign worker program, the international student program, and the refugee program. We will cap population growth so that it is always below the growth in housing, healthcare, and jobs. And we will, speaking of healthcare, we've got 20,000 immigrant doctors, 32,000 immigrant nurses in Canada today who cannot work because they can't get a license. We will create, in the professions, what we did as a country in the trades 7 decades ago. We will create a national licensing standard. Provinces can voluntarily adopt a blue seal. So immigrant doctors and nurses can take a test, prove they're qualified, and get to work reducing those wait times in our hospitals. We will screen people coming in to keep terrorists and criminals out and allow law-abiding people into our country. And when they get here, they will see that the Canadian promise is restored. A promise that anyone from anywhere can do anything, where it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters where you're going. It doesn't matter who you knew. It matters what you can do. A country where hard work gets you a powerful paycheck, that buys affordable food, gas, and homes in safe neighborhoods. To do it, we will have a common sense plan to axe the tax, build the homes, fix the budget, stop the crime, and repair our broken immigration system. Let's bring it home.
Ayun mga kababayan, ang kampanya ni opposition leader ng conservative na si Pierre Poilievre. Ngayon mga kababayan, hindi ko po sinasabi na iboto nyo si Pierre Poilievre. Neither iboto nyo si Justin Trudeau. Ipinapakita ko lang po sa inyo, I am just laying down the predicate kung ano yung current situation dito, kung papaano naglalabanan ang dalawang magkaibang panig na ito, magkaibang partido, para in the end i-analyze ninyo. Kasi hindi naman porke sinabi ni Pierre Poilievre ganito yung gagawin niya, ganito nga ba yung mangyayari. Alam niyo naman po pagka-eleksyon mga kababayan, di ba? Pag-eleksyon, kanya-kanyang pangakuan yan. So magkaroon po kayo ng background check. Tingnan nyo po si Prime Minister Justin Trudeau na nanungkulan ng 9 years dito sa Canada. At tingnan nyo din po yung background ni Pierre Poilievre para makita nyo po kung sino talaga yung rightful leader. So, kung kayo po ay botante dito katulad ko dito sa Canada, popoto po tayo by next year, maging matalino po tayong botante. Para, yun nga, sabi ko nga nung una, magamit natin yung boto natin para ma-change natin, hopefully, the course of history. And that's it for me today mga kababayan. I hope you like this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. And as always, more tips, informations, opportunities to come. I will see you, God willing, on my next video. Mananatiling sa Diyos ang lahat ng karangalan at kapurihan magpakailanman. Magandang araw po sa inyo lahat.